All right, guys, welcome to this brand new video. I'm gonna be starting out of Virginia today. To everyone that is joining just now, welcome to this brand new live stream. So let me go ahead and get some of this. Actually, let me do this. I'm gonna change the audio settings because I accidentally. Let me get this fixed. I think it should be okay now. Yeah, it should be okay. Yep, can hear that. Alright, and for those who are just now joining again, we are going to be doing a brand new character on the political process. I'm going to get some of this done, but one of the questions that I actually have for you guys, who should I... well, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And if you guys want to see something different, I could actually do it in the other live stream. But let me, all right, let's go ahead and continue. And what we're gonna be doing today, we're going to be going out of Virginia. Virginia is a very interesting place because they were not really a battleground, but they were very much Republican in form. Not really even Republican, but it was actually something called a political machine in the state of Virginia, in which the people that were okay, I completely thought that my live stream stopped working, but let me go ahead and see if there's a couple of different cities in here. There's Bland County, Wythe County, Montgomery. Then we have Salem, Independence City. Roanoke City is right here. Okay, so there's Radford City. Someone actually told me to do Radford City, but I'm gonna be looking. Where is the Angola live stream? I actually will continue that. I've just been. I will definitely continue the Angola live stream. Definitely don't worry about that. I think I might actually try to shoot for a live stream for it today, if everything goes well. So I could go for another Angola gameplay today once we actually get this thing set up, because we're not really going to be doing. We're going to be running in a locality, a federal gameplay. It's actually going to be more of a local gameplay, in which we're going to be managing not just the state or even the congressional district, but we're also going to be concentrating on the county and city development, paying attention very much closely to whatever locality we actually start out of. And again, I'm trying to figure out. See, these things are always really difficult to click. I mean, look at this. I can't even click it. Arlington County, Alexandria City County, and then we have Winchester. We do have Albemarle County, and then if I actually click right here, we have Charlottesville City County. But definitely, look at that. I wouldn't be Roanoke City County. Let's see what you are. Or that's Radford City County. We got Montgomery, I think 98,000 people. See, if I'm going to be being as a Republican, I definitely need to be in an actual. So Roanoke County is very much Republican, so that would be okay. But we wouldn't be administering the city itself. We would essentially just be administering the county. Let's look. So I guess I definitely can't be coming out of any of these city counties. Like, none of them are Republican. I can't even find a Republican city. Did you know that every time you run 5% of the electorate keeps your value? Yeah, I think I do know that, because I figured that out whenever I was playing as a Republican one time. And I noticed whenever I was pushing for a couple of different policies, including policies like what was it? It was minimum wage, and I noticed that was happening. That they were really moving, the Republicans, at least in that area, were moving toward. It was more of like a what am I trying to say? They moved whenever I was doing the advertising and all that. I noticed that Republicans would actually like it whenever I would push for higher minimum wage, and that one kind of threw me off the first time. But let me go ahead and pick a freaking county already. Okay, so got Bedford. Let's do, where are you? Salem City. I think this is Radford. Radford City. That's close enough to where, I mean, 54% Democrat. I might have to, well, okay, actually, I know what to do. And Roanoke City. Okay, so since Radford City is since Radford City is actually a little more Republican than Roanoke, we're gonna go ahead and go out of Radford City. So we're gonna administer Radford City County, 54% Democrat, 41% Republican, and 5% Independent. But what I'm gonna do? Wow, look at that poverty rate! Jesus Christ, we have a lot of work to do. Oh, I didn't know until a few days ago. Yeah, I didn't notice it until I was running. I think I was running in Texas or something like that, and I noticed that people were really liking the minimum wage increases that I was doing, and I was like, really? Is that what you want? Okay, I guess I'll go ahead and use that to my advantage. All right, let's pick Radford City, and then let's call it Radford. And we are going to play as a Republican school district, a Republican then district. We're going to be in a Republican county. Well, actually, it's a battleground county, so it could go either way. Or district. State Senate, we're in a pretty red district, so that's going to be great. And Congressional District 9 is the Congressional district we're going to be coming out of, so let's see who else there is. Well, I guess that's the only district, but we're in a safe Republican district, so that's great. Let's go to advanced options, and let's go to city, and I'm going to create about, we're going to put Democrats at 49%, and we're going to do 15% independents throughout the city. 15% independents, that's 48% Democrat. So it's definitely a Democrat fight. If you can get that independent vote, it's really a battle over the independents. So how's it going in the land of the free? Well, we're still shit. We're still haven't really decided what our next what our next president is going to be, but okay, let's do a couple more informations. This is going to be the first time I'm really going through the advanced options and actually editing some of this. So I'm going to look at Radford City, Radford, Virginia, and then they are an independent city. They call them independent cities, which is really interesting because Virginia is the only state in which in which that is basically a thing. Where did what's going on with my internet? My internet, if I'm lagging at all, if you guys can tell me. Crap. What's going on? I don't know what's going on. I think my internet is either dead or something. I can't even. Oh my god. Unless it's because I'm streaming, god dang it. Alright, I'm so sorry about me trying to figure all this out. It's fun to see the USA struggling with elections. It's like Latin America DLC for the United States. Oh man. Alright, let's look at some of the local stuff for Radford. And politics, wow, they don't even have a politics side. But they voted Wow. In 2016, Radford City County voted 48% Democrats, 43% Republican, and then 8.5% independent. Wow, we could actually move. I think we could actually move the city. Oh, I didn't even save that earlier. Let's go ahead and move the city to city. Oh, I didn't even save that earlier. Let's go ahead and move the city to 8.5 independent, and then let's do. Well, this is actually not even. Let me look at the New York Times. It's going to be a little bit of setup today. A little bit of setup and then actual administering. So definitely okay. So the stream is going okay. So thank you everyone for saying something about that. I don't know what my internet was doing, but I guess it's because I'm streaming. But just real quick, I'm going to look at what happened in 2016. So 91% of the vote is counted in Radford City County right now. 53.4% went to Joe Biden, and about 44% went to Donald Trump. It does not show how much. Looks like Salem County actually voted significantly for Donald Trump. Salem City County voted 58.9% to Donald Trump and 39.4% to Joe Biden, except that the exact opposite happened in Roanoke City County. So interesting stuff out of there. But Radford County is actually a little bit more of a battleground. So let's move you to 48. We'll do 48.5%. We give you about a 1.5 to gain from the independents to let's go ahead and put independents at 10%. Okay. Should be good. And then let's do Republicans at 42%. Well, actually, we could put them at 44%. 44.1. Great. And let's apply. So that's applied, and then we got 5 city council districts. So 1 is Republican, 2 is Democrat, 3 is Democrat, 4 is Republican, with 9% independent, and then with 10%. So looks like okay. So if I change this, this automatically goes back and changes the districts. So some of them, so District 1 is very much Republican, District 2 is very much Democrat, but then 3 is Democrat, but then 4 is half Republican, and then 5 is more of a battleground, actually. So if I do that, look, so that's 1, 2, that's 1 to 1, 2 to 1, and then 2 are battleground. So if I could leave it like that, maybe I can create another district. What if I do that? Yeah, that's a battleground district. Let me go ahead and add another one just for safekeeping, and then that way someone can get a majority in some way, shape, or form. It's having some troubles, but okay. So, don't know what I'm doing to have that kind of issue. I've never really had that issue. I guess the internet just doesn't want to work out today, I guess. So hopefully it's watchable on y'all's end. So we have 7 school board districts. That's good. And then state senate, and then U.S. House, and then states. Do we have to go in and mess with it? Let's see what the total vote was in 2020. It was 54.3% to Joe Biden, to Donald Trump. So let's do 44.2%. And then whenever it comes to independence, we're going to go ahead and make Virginia more of a battleground state. So that way, whenever it comes to both not only presidential races, but whenever it comes to statewide races such as governorships. The Republicans will definitely have a more of an advantage, and then plus having more independence just basically kind of makes it a little bit more fun, I guess. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And that way, I guess it does make it a little more competitive, in which Republicans can actually start winning some statewide races. Are there any presets for the game? Yes, the presets are usually, however, you go into the game first before you even go into advanced options. Once you go into advanced options, that gives you the opportunity to start changing some of the values of all the states. So what I did is I changed the state value of the state of Virginia, and then I went to the city value and then changed it so it's a little more competitive for Republicans. Well, okay, so it changed that states. So it changed it because I changed it to more independent. So that probably would have helped us if I actually went into a larger city or something. But definitely not some of the larger cities that are more liberal, such as Charlottesville or even places in Northern Virginia. I think that's going to be it for the changes for today. So I think that's going to do it for us. And let's look. Independence. Does all of those changes save? Yep, it should. All right. Wait, let me check one more time. One more time, just so I can make sure. 10%, 48% Democrat, 42% Republican. All right, great. Let's go ahead and start. We're going to be going out of Radford, Virginia. All right. And Jody Hopper, Brent Roy, and then Melanie. Can't even say that last name. Let's pick another list of chief of staffs. And Isabel Raggi. Let's go ahead and pick you. And school board member, city council member, and then mayoralship. And I think school board member. Let's look at the metrics. Let's see what needs the most attention so far. Wow, we aren't making that much money as a city. We're a very small city. That's limitations of having independent city counties like this in the state of Virginia, but we're going to work with it. And once we actually show ourselves off, I guess, as a local administrator, then we could definitely step it up one notch, and we can go statewide. And then once I actually go through like one or two terms, a couple of terms actually, maybe as a city council member, maybe one more term as a mayor. I think once I go up to the state level, whether it's the state house or the state senate, I will be able to look at that narrow margin right there, 21 Democrats to 19 Republicans. That's a very slim margin in the state senate of Virginia. But look at that. Republicans have control over the state house of Virginia. That is a huge one. And I think the Republicans actually, this should be default. I don't think that this is because of the changes that I made, unless it is. Maybe it may be because of that. But we do have a Democratic governor of the state of Virginia. I wish there was lieutenant governors and attorney generals and all that. That would be really interesting positions to to have. The governor of Virginia has 43,000 political points. He was an anesthesiologist from 77 to 99. Then he was a city council member from 99 to 03, state senator from 03 to 07. We're starting up in 2015, by the way. He was a U.S. representative from 07 to 09, one term, and then he served as a one-term U.S. senator, and then is now the current governor of Virginia. Whenever it comes to federal, we have a Democratic president. We have Gabrielle Maturin. She is juvenile and realistic, but then it's two women actually on the president and vice president. We have a white woman president, and then we have a black woman vice president. So that's interesting. But the vice president is efficient, but then unrealistic. So is there going to be a 2021 update for this game, or is the developer planning a new game? No, he's planning on this game. He wants to continue. God, my throat. he wants to continue on with this game. There's so many more features that he still hasn't added to this game that he really wants to add. So if you have not gotten this game, I definitely do recommend that you support this guy for the project that he has for us. It's an awesome project. I love this game. And all right, so let's go. The city council is the legislative branch of the city. It writes legislation and passes city laws. The city council works in coordination with the mayor to create the budget. So I think what we can do, we can go for school board. What's our, let's go all the way down. We have, so education, if we go for school board, we could administer it. So we're getting $27 million total for education revenue. We're getting $8.1 million from the city itself, and then we're getting an additional $16.5 million from the Commonwealth of Virginia. We're actually going to be calling it the Commonwealth of Virginia. And then we're getting another $2.5 million from the federal government. So that means we're getting $27.1 million total for our education department. And then for administration, let me go over to options, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn the music on so it's not that silent. Administration, so on expenditure, we're spending $9.5 million on administration. We're spending $14.8 million on our teachers. We're spending $2.1 million on kindergarten schooling, and then $625,000 on training. We're spending $0 on preschool, $0 on nutrition, and $0 on other. In total, we are spending $27.1 million on our education department. So that means that our revenue and expenditure are completely the same. We're making $27.1 million and spending $27.1 million, and we're spending the exact amount of money. So we have no surplus or deficit, and we have a $0 fund value. And then here is all of our expenses by administration, teachers, preschool, etc. So what we're gonna do, I don't think we're gonna, well, I mean, that's our education, but for at least right now, we're gonna be going for a city council position, and we're picking Tilda Skinner as our campaign manager. And we're gonna be going for an economic focus. We're a Republican, so we're gonna go ahead and for a higher minimum wage. Since Republicans are in power, could get into in power. We probably won't be able to, they probably won't be able to push for a lot of minimum wages. So the higher we are above the state, the better that our economic situation will be. Let's go ahead and fight poverty, a huge poverty rate right now in the city of Radford. Let's go to third, and then we're going to go after crime, 25% crime rate. Yeah, man, it's a really bad situation right now. We're gonna, as a city council member, we're definitely going to be shooting for a lot of this. So we have $8. We have $8 we can spend, guys. What should we spend $8 on? Freaking Coke or something? God dang. How much is a Coke in the Commonwealth of Virginia? Door knocking. Oh yeah. Oh wow. We don't know anyone right now. I just completely forgot about that. Let's do next turn, and then we have Radford. No, we don't even have enough money. Let's go to finance. We're getting $7 a week. Contacts. Let's contact all organizations and go to finance. 23. What are we doing? What else? So let's do that. Republicans really don't like that. Middle income tax rate, higher income, flat taxes. Kamala Harris challenge: completely ruin your state, make crime sentences 15 years, but somehow become vice president, become senator, and try destroying the country. Oh man, gotta love random dude on the internet. Alright, let's go to Radford and let's hold a rally. Only 2 people attended and wanted to increase. Oh, look at that! No one is going to it. That's so funny. Oh yeah, we don't do like anything. Opponents. Nigel Fields. Nigel, my boy Nigel. What you doing, Nigel? What are you doing, Nigel? Stan Lawson, 53% of the vote right now. So let's continue. Continue. We need to go after poverty. Let's do a general marketing ad on poverty, and let's do $2,500 on the poverty rating. And we can't open any more field offices. Barely making money. Look at that, $7 a month, or a week, literally a week. We need this job so we can make some money. Become senator of Delaware for about 40 to 45 years. Become vice president if you can for 8 years, and then run for president and get the nomination. And then run a horrible campaign, and then somehow still make it to where you are now. Economic growth. Let's hit some economic growth. $5,000. Republicans, independents really like that. The primary takes place at the end of this turn. It has open primaries. The Commonwealth of Virginia has open primaries. Independent voters can vote in this primary. So let's go to the next state and see what we do against Nigel Fields. We are ahead. Look at these, several hundred votes. And we win. We win by about, looks like 26 votes. We won by about 26 votes. 54 votes. Wow, they tied. Look at that, 54 votes to 54 votes, except she still won by a higher percentage margin. What the heck? That is so funny. And this is a city council. Ouch. That is a big ouch. Win Georgia, Arizona, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania in the general election. Yes, sir. Let's do that. All right, hard part is over. The party demographics are in your favor, so don't make your base any more mad than it already is, and we can win this election. Wow, look at that voter, look at that effect on public opinion going up. Really are not liked by our democratic people. Primary debates. We're going to be watching that campaign as it goes over. 41, 42, 43, 44. All right, filled out the questionnaire. Oh yeah, we're not running for mayor. Only running for city councilship. All right, we are ahead, and we're going to be winning this election by a very large margin. Can we go for 80%? All of the vote, 322 votes cast in our favor, and 107 votes cast for our Democratic challenger. So Elisa Ward has lost this election, and Stan Lawson has won this election. So we are going to be representing the 1st district of the City Council of Radford. And ironically, let's go ahead and look at the history of Stan Lawson. Stan Lawson studied law and economics at Radford University from 2001 to 2007. So that is the only history that he has had right now. So he's probably been working just other jobs that he can, because let's look, he has over $700,000 in the bank, and we didn't even use a cent of it. So great news for that we are going to keep our savings that we started this game with. So that's great. We are from the 12th district of the State House, 38th district of the State Senate, and then the 9th district of the federal U.S. House of Representatives. Votes by mail just arrived this day of the day. Oh man, for a Republican? Really? Congratulations on winning the election. Let's say thank you. And Republicans, we are going to the next year. All right. State Representative William Daley has decided to retire and will not be seeking re-election. If you run in this election, you have a good chance of winning. And then State Senator Jared Prince will not be seeking re-election. If you run in this election, you have a good chance of winning. But we're going to be sticking with our local administrator for the next couple of years. Again, we're going to be improving the situation in the city of Radford, and then once we actually improve the situation enough to a point, then we can go on and fix other issues that are a statewide issue. We have a message from the mayor. Congratulations on your election to city council. We have a Republican mayor of Radford. Great news to see that we have a Republican now in office in this city of Radford. Congratulations on your election to city council. I look forward to seeing what we can achieve together in the years ahead. I am excited to get started. Let's go ahead and say that we are excited to get started. We have an approval rating of 56%. 57% at the school board level, but then at the city council level, we are 56%. We have a 53% approval rating at the city level. And then we have city laws taking effect this year. We have funding of drug courts, establishing of the program, community development grants, creates community development grants, and then we have energy assistance. Social services has been established. Minimum wage has been raised from $7.25 to $9 an hour. Jail sentencing links for drug criminals decreases decreases prison sentences from 1.25 years to half a year. And then universal background checks have been established in the city of Radford. At the state level, we have preschool programs for low-income children. Increases the eligibility rate from 26%, 260% at the poverty level to 286%. The state of, or the Commonwealth of Virginia has established full-day kindergarten, so they're going to be paying and helping the localities pay for full-day kindergarten programs. And then a minimum wage at the state level has been raised from $7.25 to $7.94. So that probably should go up a little bit more than it already is. $7.94, that doesn't really make sense. And that'd be really hard for a lot of people to calculate at the business level. How dare you lose Indiana too? I am ashamed of you. I know, I'm ashamed of myself for losing Indiana. As soon as I saw Indiana go, I gave up. I just stopped. Social Security increases the Social Security eligibility age from 66 to 67. That is great news to see that the eligibility age is going up. That way, the federal government does not incur so much debt by the year 2040. That really screws up the U.S. economy. By that point, guys, if you guys are watching this, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to see more content like this, do subscribe to the channel. And then, all right, so let's go to elections and let's see what happened at the city level. All right, we have four Democrats in the city council, and then we have 3 Republicans. So neither party did gain seats. But if we go over to the city or the school board level, same thing happened. 4 seats for the Democrats, 3 seats for the Republicans. For the mayoralship, there was a flip on this part. Haley Del Rosario won the mayoralship election with 1,300 votes. She won by looks like about 30 votes. Very close margin for that. She was actually, no. Okay, so it was mayor. So yeah, so it was a unopposed mayor right now. So it was Mayor Carlin. I'll call her Carlin. Carlin was not challenged in her primary, so that's interesting that she was not even challenged in her primary, but then lost the election whenever it came to election day. Pence shaking his head noises. Pence is a cold, probably wears sunglasses in the shower. City council to mayor to state senator to governor to U.S. House to president. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good plan. I'll go with that plan. Statewide, let's see what happened statewide. 2014, so we have a governor election in 2018. We're gonna see if it flips to the Republicans whenever that comes. State Senate, let's see if the state Senate does not change in this election. Actually, we didn't even have state Senate elections, but we did have state House elections, and it stayed Democrat, or it stayed Republican. So that is good news that those houses are going in the direction of the Republican Party. Alright, successfully completed the following campaign promise, which is increase the minimum wage. We are on week 3. We're about 3 weeks from the, are you in a swing county? No, I am not. I'm actually not in a swing county. I wanted to introduce a new political simulator game which is under development. I'd love to hear, because if there is a brand new political simulator game, I will definitely want to get my hands on it. That way I can feature it on my channel. I definitely will not say no to that. Alright, we got trust, barely any trust in a lot of these organizations, but we do have a great, only 279 people at the local level. The government has no business infringing upon the rights of the citizens' right to bear arms, owning assault rifle. Owning assault weapons is a right guaranteed by the Second Amendment, and then high-capacity magazines give law-abiding citizens a better chance of defending themselves in instances of self-defense. I like how the education ones are like so freaking long, except these ones that are actually right-wing don't have that much to offer. 5 million people nationwide give speech. No speech available right now, but we do have a very high approval rating with them. Let's just look at the Retiree Association. Senior citizens have done much for the society, so it's pushing for better Medicare coverage. I don't know if I can hear the tornado sirens outside, but it's interesting that they're doing it in the middle of the month. Imagine Peachy gets a sponsor. Yeah, I wish I'll get a sponsor. If someone can sponsor me, I will definitely take up that opportunity, but I don't think anyone wants to sponsor me yet. Alright, week 4. New challenge appears. We have 117 political points. We have reduced crime. Oh, yeah. Okay, we actually don't. Let's look at the city government. So, 117 political points. What is our ranking right now with the city council? All-time current. So, we are number 6 right now within the city council. Okay, what I can actually do, let's run a protege. Columbus Hartman. Nah, let's pick this guy. This guy looks great. No, let's pick my boy right there. Let's go for other city council districts, and let's send him into a battleground district. A very high independent margin. We're going to send you into City Council District 6. Current protege limit, unfilled position 0, so we have all of those positions coming out. Lawgivers 2. Okay, so lawgivers. I remember. See, I feel like I can hear tornado sirens. I don't know what they are. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back to the chat. So Lawgivers 2 is coming out this month. Okay. I could actually look into it, and let me actually see. As I'm playing this, I'll go ahead and look into Lawgivers 2. Let's do that. Oh, okay. Looks a little bit different than the last one. Wow, he actually has a world map. Is that Western Europe and the United States and Canada? Huh. Wait, oh! Oh, he has a full-on county map of California. No freaking way. What are the features of this? Let's go ahead and look. This is really interesting. So we have a world. We have the game comes with a world map featuring the most well-known nations and up to 2 levels of administrative subdivisions. Players will have comfortable filters to display population, relations, GDP growth, election outcomes by districts, etc. And then Parliament. Enter your Parliament Congress with your lawmakers to approve or abolish laws in a much expanded and realistic way. Elect the Speaker of the House to watch over parliamentary democracy and set up committees for personalized laws. Request a secret vote or ask for impeachment. Mini graphs will assist the players with their choice. And then with government, we have run for the highest seat in the presidential and semi-presidential republics, or become the prime minister in a parliamentary republic. We have forming a coalition of a party to try to survive motions of no confidence. Bypass the parliament if necessary to satisfy your needs, but be prepared to face the consequences. So that's personalize and approve laws like never before. With constitutional amendments, you can control the workflow of the most important institutions of the country. People will enjoy total freedom of choosing whether to insert a bill in the Constitution or approve it just approve it as an ordinary law. Lawmakers. Then in lawmakers too, all lawmakers will have their own opinion about laws and way to rule. If there are too many points of view in a party, some politicians might leave it or find another one. Check out their personal history to be sure to have their trust. And then we have organizations and lobbyists. Lobbying is in the game. We have war and trade. Corrupt other parties and poor countries or organize legal referendums to enact other regions. Okay, you can literally expand out. Enter war with other nations in order to reach economic or political supremacy. And then we have multiplayer, and then we have mods with Steamworks support. Great. All right, yeah, Makers 2 looks great. I will definitely be playing that as soon as it comes out. Hopefully I will be able to contact the maker of the game and feature it on my channel as soon as it's released. It's fiscally irresponsible to continue spending money we do not have. Is morally irresponsible to expect future generations to pay off our debts. We must reduce spending. Oh, this is about the federal budget. We have a national debt because our government is spending too much money. If I become president, I will reduce government expenditure. Average folks balance their budgets. Government should do the same thing. Future generations, blah, 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 blah. It's all about future generations. All right, let's go to the next week and let's see what the primaries have. Let's go to elections and let's go to federal and let's go to president. All right, primary results. We're going to be looking at Madison Miller. Madison Miller wins the state of Iowa, and then Heath Newman comes in second. Everyone else did not get a single delegate out of the Democratic primary. In the Republican primary, we do have Tristan Conley with 12 delegates. He actually won the state of Iowa. Tristan Conley, winner of the Republican race in the state of Iowa. Let's go to the next day. 54 delegates for the top Democratic nominee. Madison Miller gets 16 delegates out of the state of New Hampshire. Heath Newman gets 12 delegates, and Nicholas Dunn gets 7 delegates out of the state of New Hampshire. Going over to the Republican Party, Tristan Conley wins the state of New Hampshire with 10 delegates. Mr. Irwin is back. Guys, I think Irwin is back. Erwin Wilkerson gets 7 delegates, and Archibald Woodward, that sounds familiar, Archibald Woodward gets 6 delegates out of the state of New Hampshire. With the next primaries, we have Madison Miller wins the state of Nevada. Heath Newman comes in second with 15 delegates, and then Nicholas Dunn gets 9 delegates. Tristan Conley comes in second in the state of Nevada in the Republican race. Erwin Wilkerson comes back. Vote my boy Conley. Erwin Wilkerson comes in number 1 in the state of Nevada with 12 delegates, and Archibald Woodward comes in third with 7 delegates. Let's go to week 9. We're about a week away from Super Tuesday. South Carolina, this is a critical state. Madison Miller continues her momentum going into Super Tuesday with 30 delegates out of the state of South Carolina with 19 delegates. Heath Newman comes in second, and then Nicholas Dunn comes in third with 12 delegates out of the state of South Carolina. But in the Republican primary, Tristan Conley defeats both Erwin Wilkerson, Paula Luna, and Archibald Woodward, completely washes the entire popular vote and gets all 50 delegates out of the state of New Hampshire. Let's go ahead and see what Tristan Conley can keep that momentum going into Super Tuesday. And as we go to Super Tuesday, let's look. People have dropped out in the Democratic race. Let's look. Madison Miller wins the state of Alabama. Madison Miller wins the state of Alaska. Miller wins the state of Arkansas. Wins the state of Colorado. Wins the state of Georgia. Wins the state of Idaho. Wins the state of Kansas. Wins the state of Louisiana, and then Massachusetts goes her direction. She has Maine, Minnesota, and then North Carolina, North Dakota. She seems to have completely won all of these Super Tuesday races in Nebraska, in New York. Very good margin in the state of New York. In Oklahoma, she gets 28 delegates. In Tennessee, 51 delegates. In Texas, she gets 161 delegates out of the state of Texas. In Utah, 19 delegates go over to Madison Miller, and yeah, she won all of these states. She even won the state of Virginia with 69 delegates for the state of Virginia going over to Mrs. Miller. We're going to be looking up to see what she was beforehand. She wins the state of Vermont, wins the state of Washington, and wins the state of Wyoming. In the Republican Party, we have Tristan Connolly winning in the state of Alabama, winning in the state of Alaska, winning in Arkansas, winning in Colorado. Connolly won in Georgia, in Idaho. Georgia and Idaho, in Kansas, in Louisiana, in Massachusetts. Actually, Connolly tied it with Wilkerson in the state of Massachusetts, in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, actually. In Maine, Tristan Connolly wins the state of Maine, wins the state of Minnesota, wins the state of North Carolina, wins the state of North Dakota, wins the state of Nebraska, narrowly wins the state of New York, wins the state of Oklahoma, wins the state of Tennessee, wins. We have a lot of delegates actually coming out in the state of Texas, but Tristan Connolly again wins in the state of Texas. In Utah, he wins 19 delegates. In the state of Virginia, Archibald Woodward wins the state of Virginia. Wow, great news for Archibald Woodward, but does not help him get anywhere close. Tristan Connolly came in third in the state of Virginia. What happened? Wow, interesting. Tristan Connolly, unless that's because I actually changed all of the values for the state of Virginia, but maybe that affected that. Tristan Connolly ties it with Wilkerson in Vermont, so maybe not. Tristan Connolly wins the state of Washington and wins the state of Wyoming. So overall, Tristan Connolly wins Super Tuesday, so he is very much... Oh, wow, Tristan Connolly! Look at this. Tristan Connolly is now the designated nominee of the Republican Party. Everyone else except Mr. Connolly has dropped out of the Republican nomination process, so that means that Tristan Connolly is now the presumptive nominee for the Republican Party in the 2016 presidential election. Madison Miller is still ahead with 1,229 delegate counts, and then Heath Newman is just behind her with 953 delegates. So let's look at Tristan Connolly, see what he was before. 43,000 political points, 60% approval. He is genuine, peaceful, disheveled, genuine, and awesome. So wow, okay, he's awesome. But he is the sitting U.S. Senator out of the state of Alabama. If we go over to his history, he was a legislative assistant from 83 to 87. He was an attorney from 87 to 2009. And after becoming an attorney, he ran for U.S. Senate and is now a two-term senator out of the state of Alabama. And now he is a candidate in the 2016 Republican presidential primary, 2015 to 2016. And now, as of 2016, he's a Republican nominee for president of the United States. Going over to Madison Miller, let's see who you are. She is argumentative again, and optimistic and sensitive. She has 83,000 political points, 68% approval rating, and she is a Democrat. She is a four-term U.S. Senator out of the state of Vermont. She is a progressive Democrat, very liberal fiscally and socially. and then she is 64 years of age. Her name Madison Miller. Let's look at her history. She was a meteorologist from 73 to 77. Two-term city council member for an unnamed city. She was a one-term U.S. state representative from the state of Vermont. Then she moved on to the state senate of Vermont from 87 to 95. She then ran for U.S. Senate. She's a four-term U.S. senator from the state of Vermont. She's the vice chair of the Progressive Democrats from 2015 to 2017, and now she is possibly going to be the next presumptive Democratic nominee for president of the United States for the 2016 election. All right, let's go over to that, and I think that should be it. We're gonna go to poverty. Let's go to poverty. And let's choose this. This is going to be a very drastic change, but since it is we have a Republican mayor. We have a Republican mayor. We have to consider that. Let's raise the minimum wage to $10. And city council hearing, it is going from $9 to $10, and this is all on a city level, so it should be good. Democrats definitely have the support for it. Then let's go to $10, and yep, gets unanimous support from the city council and has been signed into law by the mayor of the city. So awesome. The city of Radford, Virginia now has a $10 minimum wage. Let's go over to crime. And drug sentences for criminals. Let's go ahead and eliminate those sentencings. City council hearing, and decreasing jail sentences will decrease expenditure by approximately $16,000 per prisoner. So let's support. Get 16 to 1. Only one Republican voted against it. That was Silva Thomas. But Johnny Woodbury and Stan Lawson, the other two Republicans, actually voted in favor of it. There are only three Republicans in the city council. Hopefully we actually expand that majority in the next election. PG, please you remember me when you talk to the developer. Okay. Really just, do you actually know the developer, or do you just really follow lawgivers? Let's do others. So social services is going to become a thing. And I think in the budget process, that's going to be our goal. We really need to get to the top. We need to get to the top of the city council so we can actually be a part of the budget making process, and that way we can actually improve the metrics for the city of Radford. Protege, still have an unmarked position that we can't do. Create an amendment to the city budget. All right, let's get involved in a city budget making process. Let's make an amendment. $183,000 is going out of foster care, and let's look. We have $0 in that good old treasury of ours. We are making almost $1 million into road construction. Their current budget is $968,000, and the mayor's request is $962,000. Let's go ahead and put you at about $1 million flat. Is putting our treasury in the tank $42,000. So if we can actually cut expenses by about $42,000, then we can get rid of that. So I think in this amendment, we're actually gonna cut a couple of different things and try to make a surplus in the city budget. Let's cut $5,000 from animal services. 89,000. Jurisdiction over all trial and civil counties, civil cases within the city or the county. Circuit courts. A lot of money is going over to the Superior Court. Maybe for funding something by like several $1,000,000. That's what I actually really want to cut, is the multi-$1,000,000 security services for city facilities. Let's go ahead and cut about $3,000 from there. Parks and Rec. Last year's budget of $371,000. Mayor budget requests. The agency, though, is requesting over $1,000,000 in spending. See, okay, we may have to touch taxes for this. County assessor, let's reduce you. What is this? Provides funding for the county assessor. The county assessor is responsible for determining the value of property within the county. This value is used to determine property tax. Okay, let's go ahead and keep the funding over to the county to the county assessor. $60,000. No, see if I had control over the entire budget making process, then I would be able to fix this. I would definitely be able to fix it. But I mean, we could cut a little bit off of the fire department. Look at that, $198,000. Let's go ahead and cut. Let's do $1.05 million. That's going to give us $107,000 surplus. Let's cut $5,000 from energy assistance programs and community development and development grants. Let's do $12,000 additional to that, because our thing is to fight poverty. We really need to lower poverty. $215,000 to police special operations. Handle situations that are beyond the scope of a police officer's ability and training. Legal liaison and prosecution. Only $17,000 is going to legal liaison. I can see you people don't smile enough. Yeah, I don't. You should have a smiley man run for president in the next presidential election. That smile will surely unite the nation for 8 years. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna send a protege out to the presidency, just like some weird, just get him to smile. Just, ugh, God. Oh, drug courts. Look at that, $150,000 that we are spending on drug courts. We can eliminate that. But first off, let's go ahead and cut about $50,000. Not even $50,000. Let's cut about $100,000 from drug courts, because we basically eliminated that. All right, let's go ahead and do this. We have a $209,000 treasury surplus, so that's great. And let's send it over to the city council. Budget funds remaining. Let's go ahead and support, and it gets shot down by the Democratic majority. That is very unfortunate. All Republicans voted in favor of it. However, the Democrats do have the city council, so we were unable to surpass. We weren't even able to get a Democrat to even come over and support us. So that sucks for us, city council. That is the first effort of mine in a while that has actually been shut down in that sort of way. So 57.1% against and 42.9% of the city council voted for it. But unfortunately, I do not have the political power to do it. Oh, this is several amendments on various safety agencies. $233,000. This is for various agencies, including Building Commission, Animal Control. Oh, so this is our budget cut to Animal Control. So let's go ahead and support that. Democrats, again, shoot it down. Our budget cut to the fire department, which was mayor budget. So it's $200,000 below the current budget. And so it's a $200,000 budget cut. See if the Democrats want to support that. No, they do not. Our budget cut to road construction. Let's do that. Even Republicans went over and crossed the aisle to vote against that. We had one Republican vote in favor of it against Silva Thomas, voted against us. So I think we need to primary her. We definitely need to get someone involved in her district and get her out of office, because she's definitely not doing it. Johnny Woodbury seems to be the only one that is actually supporting me in almost every single thing that I am proposing. Community development and planning grants. This is a budget cut to that agency, and again, one Republican votes against it. Let's again support one Republican, and we die, I guess. Presidential debate. We are in week 41. We're about to hit the presidential election. Let's do the presidential debate. I am optimistic my policies will be great for our country. I have a sincere belief that we can overcome any problem if given the opportunity to implement the policies that I have worked for so hard. And then Tristan Connolly. I believe my opponent has the best intentions for my country. The opponent had my deepest respect, but I believe that the policies I have outlined through this campaign will be more effective in achieving the interests of our nations. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go to week 44. And week 45. Let's watch the presidential election. Hopefully Tristan Connolly gets into office. He loses the state of Virginia, but wins in Ohio and North Carolina. He wins Florida. He wins Maine. He wins Missouri. He wins Pennsylvania. Colorado and Arizona. He won Michigan. He won in Texas. He won the entire Rust Belt region, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. 322 electoral votes for the Republican nominee for president, 216 for the Democratic nominee. Mr. Connolly gets away with 64.5 in his favor, and then Mrs. Miller gets away with 61.8 million votes. But this is a huge electoral landslide for the Republican Party. Great news for the Republicans in the federal level. So that is great. Let's go over to the Senate and see what happened in the Senate. Wow, Republicans. Huge down ballot races were won in the Republican favor. 7 seats gained by the Republican Party. Their new Senate seat count now is at 58 seats for the Republicans and 42 for the Democrats. That is a huge loss for the Democratic Party. Democrats didn't gain a single seat, and then Republicans flipped 7 seats. Throughout the country, we had a Republican win in Colorado, a Republican win in Indiana, and Republican win in New Hampshire, and Republican win in Nevada, a Republican in Ohio, a Republican in Pennsylvania, a Republican senator out of the state of Pennsylvania. This is what a red wave looks like. And then, lastly, we have a Republican win in the state of Wisconsin. Let's go over to the House of Representatives and see what happened. Our district was obviously won by a Republican House candidate. And then as we go over to the House of Representatives, huge, this is a red wave if you ever want to talk about it. 32 seats gained by the Republican Party. Democrats, again, didn't gain a single seat throughout the entire country. All seats in all the ballot this year that were toss-ups have been won by the Republican Party. 252 seats for the Republican Party, 183 seats for the Democratic Party. Huge gains for the Republican Party in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Ohio. Virginia very much is now red. This is a very good news for the Republican Party. This is probably... let's actually look to see what seats in the state of Virginia actually flipped. Looks like there are no seats that actually flipped in the state of Virginia or in the Commonwealth of Virginia, but Seats in Nevada, Colorado, Arizona, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, even Illinois is a little bit redder than usual. In Ohio is very much beautifully red. West Virginia is very much beautifully red. Looks like one district in the state of New Hampshire actually flipped, and one or two districts flipped in the state of Maine. Let's look at West Virginia. We have Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania District 17 flipped to the Republican Party. That is great news. Pennsylvania 17. Pennsylvania 17 is actually the district north of Allegheny County. If you're actually familiar with the layout of Pennsylvania, District 17 is where Connor Lamb is. Connor Lamb won in 2018 in a runoff race in the state of Pennsylvania that was, I think it was a toss-up after the 2016 elections, and they didn't really declare it until, Pennsylvania District 17 is owned by Connor Lamb right now, a Democrat. However, in the district, the Republican Jada Robertson beat the incumbent Democratic sitting congressman there. So let's go ahead and go to the state, see what happened on the state level. Republicans gained 3 seats in the state House of Representatives. In the state Senate, Republicans gained 1 seat. Look at that. Republicans gain a single seat in the state Senate, and that ties it. And this is, I think, all of the state Senate was up for election this year. So if that's a big one, District 13, Alexander Michaels. What does this mean for the state Senate of Virginia? This was all of them? So we have 40 districts, so 2020. So yeah, the state Senate is split. Interesting results out of the 2016 elections. Let's go to 2017. City law, we have $9 to $10, and then jail sentence links for drug criminals is eliminated, and school law. School board passed a universal preschool program, so that means that the city of Radford now has a universal preschool program, so I'm very much for that. That's great. Expenses are going down, so that's good. Our budget deficit right now is $6,300, and we have $25,000 in the bank with the school board, or this is the road trust fund. Education revenue has actually been going down over the past 2 years. We had 16.4% of our revenue coming in from the state of Virginia, but then it's now just above about 14%. It looks like. State, so 33% of the revenue that we get for the school district is coming from the Commonwealth of Virginia. 8.7% is coming from the federal government, and then hang on, that was flipped. 33% of our education revenue is coming from the city of Radford. 33.3% is coming from the city of Radford, and then 58, almost 60% of our education revenue is coming from the state. Ouch, that is, if the state is providing this much money to us, that means that our situation is not that good. We need to become way more dependent off of ourselves instead of becoming very much dependent off of the state of Virginia. What is my current position? I am a city council member out of the city of Radford, Virginia. And I'm actually going to change the title of this live stream. We're going to go ahead and call it Radford, Virginia. All right, so there we go. We have $730,000 in the bank, so we've gone through an entire year, so that means we've gotten about $30,000. Run for mayor. Yes, we will be running for mayor once we actually get the political power to do so. I'm gonna be trying to fix the situation as I move myself closer and closer to the mayoralship, because mayoralship is definitely the goal. If I'm running for city council and I'm running in a local district, I'm definitely not going to be skipping over the position of mayor. If I go for mayor, that means that I'm going to be able to have way more control than I already do right now. We are making $10 million right now. We're getting $9.7 million through property taxes, and then we're getting another $1.5 million through state vehicle registration funds. Because if you actually don't know what state vehicle registration funds are, essentially what that is the state, or usually every state, has their own vehicle registration fee. And whenever you get a car or you trade your car or something, essentially whenever you get a brand new car, you have to pay a certain fee. I think it's a couple $100 for that vehicle. And then so that goes to the state of wherever. So right here, it's going to the state of Virginia. And then that money immediately is distributed back to the cities. And in this case, in the game, it's distributed back to the counties that are throughout the state. So it's always all going to be on a county level. It says we're doing a city gameplay, but it's sort of still more of a county, because I mean, if you see the map, I think, wait, no, okay, wait, hang on, I'm Virginia. I just realized I think we're supposed to have an election this year. But wait, when was the previous election? State governor, 2014. So that means the next one is going to be in 2018. Except, no, that's actually wrong. So, interesting fact about Virginia. Virginia holds their gubernatorial races on off-year elections. Virginia, I don't think they've held their gubernatorial elections on anything that was not an off year. So their gubernatorial should have happened in 2013, and then the next one would be happening in 2017. Do you need a lot of political experience in this game to be successful as passing laws as mayor? No, because I think just winning the mayoralship itself, that gives you enough political power to where whatever party you are, those people are immediately going to want to follow you. Except what I'm doing right now is I'm running in a position. Yeah, see, okay, we actually, again, in a democratic city that is Democrat now, we have a Republican mayor. So we're dealing with Republican government, but we do have a Democratic city council. So it's more of a power play. There was this one right here, Mrs. Carlin. She was the former mayor, but I did mess with the advanced options a little bit, that's why it's a little more competitive than it is. I also did the same thing with the state of Virginia, that they have a very high independent margin in which that independent vote can be shifted any which way. So the independents are really going to be making the decisions whenever it comes to statewide races. Yeah, Fast Stacker said it right. That is right. Virginia is weird like that. So, but for some reason, this game thinks that Virginia has it on a regular midterm years, but it's never going to be on a midterm year. It's going to be on an off year. So again, I think 2017 should be the year in which we should be having a gubernatorial election, except it's not modeled like that yet. That is going to be a suggestion that I would say some of y'all should send over to the creator of this game. State House. So Republicans have control over the State House of Representatives of the state of Virginia. And then in State Senate, we have a split Senate. All right, let's continue to go on. 185 political points are there. And I think... So our re-election is going to be in 2019. So, create an amendment to the city budget. We're not going to be doing that today. The city budget process has ended. No amendments, I guess. So, 2017. State Representative Bill Hawkins has decided to retire and will not be seeking re-election. And then Senator Bertha Strange will not seek re-election. So, senator. This is a senator of the state of Virginia. So, all right, 2018 midterms are coming up. We're going to see what happens to the Republican Party. If it does not go in their direction, that's going to be spelling some pretty big, it's going to be really bad news for the Republican whenever it comes to 2020. If we see a Democratic president come in 2020, that's going to be hilarious. All right, we are going to go through to the primaries. Let's do elections. We have state senate. So election in progress, Democratic primary. We have Bill Dudley and Patrick Knowles, who won their respective primaries. So this is for State House District 12. Awesome. We have 2015, so that's 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yep, 2019 is going to be our re-election. We could go for mayor. So let's go to the results of this vote on city budget amendment. Ah, come on. 4 and then 5. All right, let's see the damage. We have State House. It remains in Republican majority. In the State Senate, it is not touched in this presidential election, except for gubernatorial. Who do we have? Elections. Let's go to state. Let's go to governor. All right, we have a Republican or a Democratic governor. 46% of the vote was given to the Republican, which was Jared Prince, and then Brian Calderon, who is I believe he's the incumbent governor of the state of Virginia. Governor Brian Calderon has become the Democratic nominee for governor, running unopposed in the primary. So in 2022, we may see a Republican whenever this guy retires or does not run in a second term for governor. All right. Let's go to week 52. Then we have the following elections will take place: school board, city council, and mayoralship. Current protege limit 1, so we can only have 1 that we can do. So, right, we got an option here. We can run for another. We can run for another term in the city council. We could do that. We have 1 protege that is going to be running in a Republican or more of a battleground district that I believe is controlled by a Democrat. Politician elections. He have not run in anything yet. But if I do that, then I would be leaving my seat open, possibly for another Democrat to come in. But who's the current governor or mayor? Does not look like that she is going to be stepping aside this time. So we have run for city council election. If she's not going to step aside, then I'm not going to run. Defeating city council. So we have primaries going on. Elections, archive, mayor. So we have primaries. Okay, so we haven't seen the primary results yet. Oh, wait, hang on. News, city. City council member retiring. Gerard Wiley has decided to retire at the age of 32. Wiley served 11 terms as city council member. See. I could go for mayor, but I'm primarying like my own person. Again, I could build up the political power for another term as city council member. Hang on. Mayor, school board member. Okay, I'll go ahead and primary her. I really didn't want to primary anyone, but I guess I'll go ahead and primary since everyone wants me to run for mayor. So, increase per capita income. That's going to be a big one. We're going to fight poverty, and we're going to fight crime. It's going to be our campaign platform. And interviews, speeches, 71, retiree. Ooh, that really helped out. Rallies. Fundraising, $2,280. Do that. Radford. So again... Oh! I'm not primarying anyone. Why did it say that she was... Okay. So Frank Godling is running against us in the Republican primary, but it's a very full primary over on the Democratic primary. Television ads. Let's do higher minimum wage. Well, what's my policy? Yes. Lower taxes, decrease spending, and then let's do decrease, and an increase on tax policy. Crime. General. Let's do $20,000. Got a little bit, but Republicans didn't, I guess, not like it. Let's do a poll data, and then let's do voter intention. Stan Lawson, I am leading ahead in the polls right now. We're going to continue. We're going to try to get at least a couple of people to turn out. We're going to say no to another city council term, and we're going to be going straight for mayor. The current mayor was 57. She probably had other political ambitions. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. How's the game coming along? I am a one-term city council member. We ran in 2015 for the city council, and then she was intimidated by his protege's smile. Yeah, look at this. Look at this beautiful man. Look at him. Look at this beautiful, beautiful man right here. He is about to win his primary for city council. Should have had someone else run in my position. Wait, I think what we could do. Let's see. Republicans see city district 42%. For Republicans, 18% for independents, and 40% for Democrats. So that's a huge independent margin that I created specifically for this game. Republicans have the district. Radford. All right. Finance. Only making $131. And we're getting most of the money that we're getting right now. Let's go ahead and donate some of my personal funds. We're gonna donate about $258,000 to my political campaign. Yeah, building up your political points to get more proteges and just have the whole city council be your allies is the way to go. Yeah, see, that's what I was trying to do. I was kind of wanting to maybe run for another city council term, and that way I would honestly, for one, be able to throw in more proteges into the city council, and I'll do that as mayor, and I'll probably run as at least a 2-term mayor of Radford. So I'll be able to get control of the city council eventually. Minimum wage. Do $50,000 there. We need to get that independent margin to come up, because if we can get more people to support us... Ooh, that really got the independents excited. Poverty. Poverty. Social Security. I know the Republicans are gonna like that. Yep, look at that. Really high government aid to the poor. Aww. Let's do poverty, government aid. Got Democrats excited. Ooh, we're really not liking it on taxes, apparently. Poll data. Let's see how close this election is going to be. Wow, we actually expanded our majority. Oh, that's awesome. So we're definitely going to become mayor. As long as we get this independent vote on our side. 92, and let's go to the next day. And we should be able to win. Alright, we win 504, 475, and 418. That seems a little bit higher than ours. Good news that we have a slightly stronger base of supporters than our opponent, but we want to guarantee a victory. We'll need to keep voter enthusiasm high. If voter enthusiasm is low, this could decrease voter turnout, which could give the advantage to our opponent. Also, try to win over independent voters. Get a sense of where independent voters stand on the issues, and then consider adjusting your campaign platform accordingly, but not to the extent that you upset your voters from your own party. I think we can win this election so long as our message appeals to a broad enough range of voters. Good luck. Alright, so we should be able to also throw a couple of people into the city council. Let's look at the city council primaries. District 1 is won by Allison Kelly, and then District 2, that's Tanner Purther. So District 6, my boy, good old boy, wins. Oh, we actually... we won! We won against that person that was voting against us. That was Silva Thomas's seat. Oh, crap. We just beat the crap out of her in that primary. Look at that. That is a beautiful win. Beautiful, beautiful win for our good old protege against Silva Thomas, who was blocking some of the legislation to us, and she wasn't really on our side on a lot of different things. So we successfully primaried her. That good old smile gave everyone a good sense of where their voters should be standing. So great news for Mr. Alec winning against that person in the city council. All right, let's go over to campaign. Continue to do these rallies. They're $364 each, so that's... So I think we need to get at least a couple hundred voters on our side. Finance, 220. See, we're not making that much money whenever it comes to these. That smile wins again. The smile wins again. The smile strikes again. Incumbent defeats are always entertaining. I know. I didn't even realize what seat I threw that guy in. Oh, we're not even fundraising at all. What the heck? Finance. Yep, there we go. There we go. That's beautiful. That is great. Door knocking. Let's do 10% door knocking. 30% phone banking. No, actually, since we really need to get that independent vote, I'm going to do 60% phone banking and 30% fundraising. And I'd only decrease it by about $500. So let's shoot for about 200 people turning out for us at the polls. And poll data, let's do 1,000, and let's do public opinion on economy, education, and poverty. We have $138,000. We're spending a lot of money on this campaign, so we better win. We may... Let's donate another $100,000 of our own money to the campaign. Let's do a voter intention poll. We're actually narrowly winning because we are just barely winning the independents, actually. So, marketing, poverty, social security, independents should really like this. Yep, they really did. We can actually start shooting for some, what do you call it? We can actually start shooting for some independent, or not really independent, but also Democratic voters. So voter enthusiasm for Democrats is above 50% now. We're still rising among independents. Local print news, 5%. Let's see what kind of attack ad we can run against Mandy Durand. Mandy Durand. She likes Social Security. She wants a wealth tax. She wants to fix income inequality. Tax policy, decrease, maintain, and then increase. I believe wealth tax is a good way to pay for important government programs. 2-term mayor and then governor. Yeah, I could actually probably go for that. Or I could just immediately go into the state senate. Politicians, city council. What about rankings? Let's do current rankings, and I am number 5 in rankings now. This mayoral race, then I will most definitely probably be able to win a little bit more. So let's go to economic growth. Hopefully independents really like this one. Yep. Okay, enthusiasm, that's okay. 33,000. Independents kind of like that. Let's do the mayoral debate. 2019 Radford mayoral debate. Express a commitment to focus on party values and push forward with the agenda. Advocate for moderate principles and compromise. Of compromise and bipartisanship, the best way to move forward is to work together. So we're going to do that. That gets our independent voter enthusiasm at 60%. That is a critical number for us. Lowered it a little bit. 60%. Let's go to the next day. And let's do a final voter intention poll. And we are very narrowly going to win. Let's try to get 60%. All right, let's go. And if we can get above 1,000, ooh, can we win? Can we win? All right. Very narrow win for Mr. Lawson. We win 1,691 votes to Durand's 1,669 votes. We got 50.3% of the votes to Mandy Durand's 49.7% of the votes. So that does throw us over the top, and we are now going to be the next mayor of the city of Radford, Virginia. Let's go and continue. Congratulations on winning the election. You did a great job. Your term will begin at the first week of the year. All information will be in the legislation tab. All right, and let's continue. And we are fast approaching the 2020 elections. In 2020, the following elections will take place: State House, State Senate, U.S. House, U.S. Senate, Class 2, and the Presidency of the United States. After Week 2, you can see which incumbents will not be seeking re-election by viewing the Districts tab. State Representative Patrick Knowles will not be seeking re-election. Really? You're not running again? State Senator Delphia Hudson will not be seeking re-election. If I run in that election, I will have a good chance of winning. And then Senator Carl Bridges will not be seeking re-election. Yeah, won by 30 votes. That was a very close margin for this city. Protege, all right, let's go ahead and throw another one into the ring. Let's go ahead and throw Fred Huffman. Let's go ahead and throw my boy Fred Huffman into the first district of the city council. He was a investment analyst from 94 to 98. He was an assistant director of operations from 98 to 05 and a chief accounting officer from 05 to 2019. For Mr. Alex Smirnov. He was an electrician from 08 to 2016, and then 2016 to present. The next election cannot be updated until the beginning of the year between weeks 1 and 18. So this guy threw out another Republican city council member, so that was a big one. Alright, welcome to your first term as mayor. This is where you conduct all your mayoral responsibilities. Whenever an activity is added to your schedule, you can find it in the summary tab within the office tab. If you want to create a legislation, you go to legislation tab, blah, 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 blah. So we did have a conservative government before, so we're going to be continuing on with a conservative government. For fire chief was Melanie Sauber. Let's go ahead and select you. Chief Financial Officer, and then we can do, what's your experience? 94, 52, 90. Joanne Stern. Let's go ahead and pick a brand new Chief Finance Officer, Joanne Stern. We have a city attorney. All women, that's great. 100% experience. Go ahead and continue on with you. Chief of the Department of Corrections, and then we have Mrs. Tinker that is in there, but we do have a couple more qualified candidates that are up for grabs. We have 82% experience from Annabella Ferris. Yeah, definitely. Let's definitely pick Annabella Ferris. Director of Parks and Recreation. We have conservative in there. We have Danielle Wilkinson. 63% approval or experience. Then we have Caleb Powers, 95%. This is again for Parks and Rec. Cornelius Wright, 57%. And then I'm stuck between Danielle Wilkinson and Caleb Powers. If you guys actually can make a suggestion who you want for Parks and Rec, maybe you can say that. Or actually, so 46. I'll go ahead and pick. No, he's a liberal. She's a libertarian. I mean, Powers has way more experience, but then, we're picking a libertarian for experienced applicants for Parks and Rec. He won mayor and his protege. Protege won against the person we primaried him against, and then I won the mayoralship election. We have... Alright, everyone I guess wants me to pick Powers, so we're going to go ahead and pick Mr. Caleb Powers for Parks and Rec. Police chief, we have a police department, obviously. Why am I saying we have a police department? Every place has a police department. Who should we pick for chief of police, though? We have a current one right now, Radford Chief of Police, 2016 to 2020. He is conservative Jake Hall, and then we have Herb Hooper, Eve Cunningham, and then Layla Anthony. Who has the highest experience? We'll go ahead and continue on with our current police chief, Mr. Hall, and then Director of Public Works, which is responsible for maintaining city facilities, waste collection, removal, and clearing streets of snow and debris. Edna Pitt is currently at the head of that department, and then we have Ami Cardi, Nicole Rivas, and Alicia Gray. We have two very qualified candidates. We have 100% experience from the current director, but then we have some brand new faces that we could throw in her. Let me go ahead and pick Mrs. Cardi. Director of Communications is responsible for communicating important information to the community, such as city services, policies, and procedures. So let's pick... Orville Stevenson, 87%. Peter Davidson, 85%. I'll go ahead and pick Stevenson. Director of Human Services, and then it is responsible for evaluating, recruiting, and managing city employees and establishing human resource policies. And then we have Hadley Gillies, 87%. Lisa Goff, definitely. Let's go ahead and pick Mrs. Goff. Or Miss Goff, since I don't know whether they're married or not. Scarlett Henry for Director of Transportation. 81, 60, 63, 100. And she's conservative both sides. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and continue on with her. Get more libertarians. We all love those. Are you sure about that? Not everyone loves libertarians. 82, 97. Elizabeth Huh? Hun? I think it's Hun. But sounds Vietnamese. That is actually a Vietnamese name. I'm pretty sure that is Vietnamese. And this is Director of Building and Housing, April Tate. I'm going to be doing some different policies for this one, so we need a different one. We have two moderates. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on with Tate, since both of them are moderates, and then one of them was like a conservative, but then the other was like not even. Gerard Kipling for city planning, 8578. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick Mr. Kipling. Director of Public Health for analyzing health policy and regulating public health standards. Maria Wade, 97, definitely Miss Wade. Director of Public Utilities, manages public utilities within the city. And then we have Courtney Katz, Pam Jackson, Sloan Presley, and John Marin. 89. Let's go ahead and pick Pam Jackson. Oh crap, she was a liberal. Maybe I can replace her whenever I want. So if I really need to replace her, then I'll replace her. Director of Public Safety, we have conservative public safety initiatives such as animal services and emergency service operations. Amanda Hewitt. 6797. Sophia Silver. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick Miss Silver. Sloan York, that smell alone just gives it away, so I'm going to pick her. Patrick Meyer, 6371, 100. This is social services. Social services, I'm going to go ahead and continue on with Brittany Moore, so that's great. And we finally have our city cabinet, so that is finally there. All right, let's go. We're going to go to the next week, and we're going to create our first city budget. We have a $3 million deficit that we need to clear. We have $2.9 million of debt that we actually have. And state funds, we are only getting $1.1 million from the state. And that is all dedicated. Yeah, it actually says it, dedicated tax revenue, so that's all dedicated. We can't really do anything about it. We could create a income tax, which we may do. We could do. All right, let's lower. Let's do this to 1.5%. And we have $5 million that we need to clear. Gasoline tax could help. No, that's still, it's like $5 million again. We need to get through. We need to find. Sales tax. Yeah, we could do a sales tax. I actually didn't look at the composition of the city council, so we'll figure that out pretty soon. Now let's do 1.2%. Actually, hang on, let's... Aha! This is how you raise a couple $1 million. Freaking smokers and drunkers. $2, almost $1 million. Nah, not the alcohol tax, but we'll do a tobacco tax. We'll do that. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go with that sales tax. We'll do this at 2%. It's going to raise about $5.9 million. Always eliminate all taxes except the property tax. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, lowering the property taxes... Okay, let's see. Eliminate the tobacco tax. Eliminate the sales tax. What about the corporate tax? See, it still doesn't raise that much money. Still have a very big deficit. I mean, that's what I do. I don't know. Yeah, see. Okay, let's go back to the sales tax. This is just a way for me to get a surplus that I can build up over the next couple of terms. Let's go for a 3% sales tax. Okay, that's going to raise about nearly $10 million more for the city, so that's going to be a very, very important tax that we're going to have. And just for this, we'll go ahead and raise back the city property tax by about 0.1%. That way we're not cutting that much money from ourselves. Social service programs, let's go ahead and fully fund. Well, actually, let's go ahead and give you some money and more. See, again, if we can get this amount of money, even over $1 million, I mean, that's huge. That is a huge surplus that we will have to basically build up. We already threw about $4.3 million. We can actually throw $4.3 million back into the treasury. Corrections, jail budgets, drug courts, police department. $5 million. We have a total budget request of about $6.7 million. Let's increase this by about $200,000. Public safety, animal services, emergency operations, all of that is fully funded. What about Parks and Rec? That is fully funded. Fire department is fully funded. Wait, yeah, it is fully funded. Drug courts, eliminate. Definitely, huge thing. Need to get rid of these drug courts. We are now the mayor of this city, and we can finally get rid of these drug courts because, well, I'm going to make a move on marijuana. As a city, as an independent city county, I'm going to make a move on marijuana, and we're going to be taxing it. That way, it's just a matter of saving money. Public housing. We have a federal contribution of public housing, so total expenditure would be $3.9 million, except from the federal government alone, we're getting $2.2 million. That way, the city government then has to pay just the $1.6 million. That is not being covered by this Commonwealth of Virginia. So let's go here and let's go ahead and raise traffic operations and streetlight maintenance to about $405,000. That's going to leave us with a $3.1 million surplus. All right, let's go ahead and send it over to the council. Bill 1, 2, and 3 have been submitted. And 7-0. Let's go. City council is still dominated by the Democrats, 4-3. But school board, wow, look at that. Ouch, Lou, man, school board got destroyed by the Democrats. That is a huge majority, 6-1. Lou, God, I need to throw some proteges there. I definitely need to throw some proteges into the school board. We need to flip the school board. I'll be right back. Don't run for president without me, Smirnov. I always eliminate all taxes except the property tax. Okay, that makes sense, though. City council still remains the same. We need to throw some more guys into there. Studied law and economics at Radford University. City council member of the city of Radford and now mayor of the city of Radford. State. That was all local elections, so that's not going to matter. Vote on tax reform. Let's do. We have sales tax of 3% and decreases the property tax from 1.76% to 1.6%. And let's look at the bill analysis. Legislation will produce a tax revenue of $22.8 million, an increase of approximately $7.4 million, an equivalent of raising taxes by $675 per taxpayer, or expressed as a percentage, an increase of 48%. Yikes. But let's support it and see where we can go from there. Oh, crap! I forgot! Oh, crap! I forgot to eliminate that. Yikes, but Republicans liked it. They voted for it. Crap, I completely forgot to get rid of that. But if I vote against it, it's going to be overridden by a veto, so I'll go ahead and support it anyway. We need to fight poverty. We need to do that, so I guess that was a good idea on my part anyway. But I really did not mean to do that. That is about a couple $1 million that is not being spent elsewhere. So I guess it's a good thing that the government kind of got involved there. We have a very high poverty rate. So let's look. See, 37% poverty rate with 10% unemployed and 27.6% underemployed. The poverty effect right now is 21.7%. That is very, very high. We need to fix these situations. We have a horrible economy compared to the national scene. To the state of Virginia, we are making $57,000 on average, but we go over to the city of Radford, we're only making $34,000 per capita. That is a very horrible economy for us. Very, very, very unfortunate, but we have a very high unemployment rate. 27% is unemployed, or actually no, 27% is underemployed and 10% is unemployed. We actually look at this in numbers. We have 10,985 workers on the scene right now. We have 4,629 skilled labor jobs and 2,218 unskilled labor jobs. We have 6,848 people employed, 3,013 that are underemployed, and 1,125 that are underemployed, or unemployed actually. Taxes, let's look. We are making $19.09 million worth of tax revenue. We're getting 51% of the revenue from the city sales tax, or the city, from city property tax. And then the school, these are both property taxes. So property taxes, not only is it going to the city, but it's also going over to the school. The school collects its own property tax. Sales tax, we're not making that much on it yet, but we did introduce it this year, so it will go into effect next year. Health is gone. What about this? News, school, city? Not that much news going on. Your legislation, Bill 3, has been rejected by the City Council by a vote of 4-3 or 3-4. Ouch. Ouch, that is very hurtful. Easy to fix unemployment and poverty, though. How do you actually do that? Is it basically just you throwing a bunch of money into social services and maybe even public housing? Let's see which one was actually shot down. This has been rejected. This was funding for drug courts. Provides funding to drug courts. Drug courts are an alternative solution to sending drug criminals to prison. Let me actually, there's someone calling me real quick. Let me actually take this call. Oh, never mind, they actually hung up on me. That was funny. It was a call from Chicago, Illinois, and I just was like, what? And I was like, hey, I'm going to take this call, and then as soon as I tried to do it, they hung up on me. But the elimination of the funding for drug courts program has not passed through City Council. We need to take control of the City Council in order to get a mandate. We need a mandate, but we need to wait another 4 years for that. We're going to be throwing more people into the City Council. Let's do Dorothy McVeigh. Let's do you into City Council, and let's throw you into City Council District 4. City Council 1, City Council 4, and City Council District 6. So we have 3 more people that are going to be running into, so this one is already Republican. Okay, let's do this. Let's throw you, instead of throwing you into my old district, which is already Republican, we need you into a district that's run by a Democrat. So we're going to be throwing you into District 7. We have District 6, District 7, and District 4. Both of those are all controlled by Democrats, and we're going to be throwing them into the city council, try to get control of the city council. If we can actually flip the city council, that would be a big thing on our part. Yes, almost everything in legislation and poverty tab helps poverty, so I guess that's one. Poverty. Education for unemployed. Training for homeless. Education for homeless. Community development is true. Energy assistance is true. PG Long, dictator of Radford, Virginia. That's a separately right. I'm from Radford, Virginia, and this is my southern accent. If I want to pull this southern accent and I want to run for governor of Virginia, I very much will do that. If only I would be able to get rid of the funding for local drug courts, because the people, I don't know why they even want to be going to the drug courts. These things are such a waste of money. It's just better if we just legalize. Oh wait, we can't legalize weed on a city level. That sucks. Oh wait, hang on. Let's look over here. We got legality. Alright, let's go ahead and try to see if we can actually get the legal weed in the city of Radford. Go to the next day and... Yep, gets past 7-0. That's awesome. Alright, that's enough of my little Virginia accent. I'm a southerner. For some reason, I don't sound like it right now, but for some reason I can pull a really thick southern draw if I want to. Oh man, I really hate myself. That's just stupid. All right, let's go ahead and go through this entire 2020 election year, and we will see if this president can actually get reelected. And so 2023 is going to be the next year that city council elections, mayoralship elections will happen. Presidential debate. Let's look. We got Victoria Pavlov. We politicians speak often about improving the country, and often we accomplish nothing. Disagreements and gridlock prevent anything from getting done, but despite this, I still believe it is worth trying. I'll attempt to improve the education, improve healthcare, and reduce poverty. And then President Tristan Connolly. If I am elected president, I intend to address the major issues facing this country. I'll improve the economy, strengthen our military, and improve the budget. Sounds like Donald Trump. Presidential debate. We got, I believe my opponent has the best intentions for this country. My opponent has the deepest respect. My opponent has my deepest respect, but I believe that the policies have outlined throughout this campaign will be more effective at achieving the interests of our citizens, and I hope everyone watching this debate will honor me with their vote. President Connolly says, I believe my opponent has the best intentions, same thing, but I believe, oh, he literally says the exact same thing. So that sucks on Connolly's part. And let's watch the presidential election happen. All right, can he win in North Carolina? And oh no, Connolly, what are you doing? No, it's a blue wave. It's another blue wave. Oh crap, Connolly. No, he's gonna lose. If he loses no, he doesn't lose Texas, but he lost the Rust Belt. He lost North Carolina. He lost Colorado. He lost Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin. He lost Virginia. He lost New Hampshire. He lost Maine. He lost Florida. Of all the places that you could lose, you lose the state of Florida. Florida is actually really easy for you as a Republican to win. But look at this. It's 2020 all over again. Freaking, we have a Republican president going in for a re-election bid, and he loses to the Democratic nominee for president. We have now President Pavlov in the presidency of the United States. She wins 71.6 million votes to President Tristan Connolly's 63.1 million votes. Was this fraud? Can we investigate this as fraud? Unfortunately, we cannot, but biggest difference, look, Tristan Connolly holds on to the state of Indiana and holds on to the state of West Virginia, and as well holds on to the state of Arizona. I did not hold on to these states whenever I was running for re-election as President Irwin. So unfortunately, President Connolly will not be serving a second term. He loses 347 electoral votes to 191. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's see what happened to the U.S. Senate. Democrats only gain one seat, and that is the seat in the state of Iowa. In the House of Representatives, Democrats gain control of... Gain control? I thought... They probably lost the House whenever 2018 rolled around. I did not pay attention whenever that happened. Let's look at the state. Democrats gained control of the state House of Representatives in 2018. I am looking at this all so late. Let's look. Democrats gained control of the Senate and then gained control of the House of Representatives. They gained 10 seats in the previous election in 2018. But in 2020, Republicans gained another 2 seats and then put it at 51 to 49. However, Democrats have complete control right now over both houses. Governorship. Look at that. Salem City County actually voted red, but we voted blue. This is our county, city county right here. Very much a red Virginia, but unfortunately Republicans are still unable to win. Oh, wait. We actually did study this one. This was, Jared Prince. That was us. But that is the county map for the state of Virginia. LOL, that 2020 Democratic underperformance. What about president exit polls? Let's see the exit polls of the Commonwealth of Virginia. Wisconsin 52 to 47, West Virginia, and then we have Washington D.C. 55 to 44 in the state of Virginia. Interesting. All right, let's go to the first year. And fire chief. I would like to report some concerns I have about the budget for the fire department. Last year, the budget was well below our budget request. I understand that balancing the budget is difficult, but it is essential that the fire department has the resources it needs to protect its citizens of Radford. I understand that you will be drafting this year's budget soon. I hope you will try to direct some extra funding our way this year as well. Mayor Lawson, this is the chief of police, Jake Hall. The police budget for this year is too low. We cannot do our jobs properly if we do not have the resources to do our jobs properly. A little extra funding in the upcoming budget would be appreciated, since last year the number of officers has increased by 12, and then last year crime has decreased by 0.7%. We have average amount from the director of transportation. Well, doesn't a libertarian mean small government? City jail system currently houses 42 inmates at a cost of $1.08 million. 0 recidivism programs right now, and we have homelessness has decreased by 4%. 4%. That is a good number for us. It is a pleasure to see you. City parks are not in ideal condition. We can only do so much with the limited budget. Let's go ahead and go to the next year, and we have a $2.7 million surplus, so that is great news that we can actually get a surplus. We still have about $2.9 million that we need to pay off. But great news there. Let's do $60 for a wheel tax to fund the roadway trust fund. So that means it's completely fully funded. Libertarian left would be social democracy or democratic socialism, right? Yeah. Libertarian left. That's what. That's where you would find that. Where it exactly is kind of. What do you call it? I guess you call it Yes, you are correct. That libertarian left is where social democracy or democratic socialism was. What I was trying to say is literally where exactly within libertarian left it is the question that a lot of people don't really agree on. I, for one, am libertarian right. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, libertarian left, libertarian right, authoritarian left, authoritarian right, that's all a part of the political compass. If you actually don't know what the political compass is, it's basically a set of questions that you can ask yourselves, and then it's a political compass that shows you exactly where you are within libertarianism, authoritarianism, etc. So whenever I'm talking about libertarian right, libertarian left, that's what I'm referring to. We have 3% sales tax. Police department, can we give you full funding this year? Total budget request is $6.8 million. Unfortunately, we're probably... Well, that's only... Actually, we can. Definitely. Let's give you... $6.85 million. It's going to leave us with... You know... We'll do $6 million total. So that's that's like a $2.5 million increase in the budget. Biggest tax cut in history, I believe. Biggest tax cut in history, believe me, folks. What is your position? My position is, it's like, I would actually have to find that on my phone, because I did save it for last time, but let me look. While I look, I'm going to be going through the city budget. Fire department apparently still needs more money. Total budget request, you got your budget request. 31,000, so you're getting your budget. Okay, so personnel, you're getting your budget. Disposal, you're getting your budget. Training, you're getting your budget. You're getting your budget for maintenance supply. And inspection and fire education, you're getting your budget. Wait, okay, so we have the money. Okay, so we do have the surplus to actually... Wow, this is going to be a very much improved budget. This is going to help us out a lot. Public safety, city attorney. I cannot wait for the judicial update. All right, let's go ahead and submit this budget. Wait, city treasury? You must create a balanced budget. Please adjust the budget so it does not produce a deficit. The city treasury value should be greater than or equal to 0. So, oh wow. Ooh, we need to temporarily raise taxes. Tobacco tax rate. Let's do $1 for the tobacco tax. And a temporary, this is temporary, 1.8, no, 1.6. We need to find $2 million. We need to find $2 million to get rid of. And either we get it through taxes or... OMG, I hate sleeping in. Hello. Yeah, I hate sleeping in too. Wow, you slept in until 2 o'clock? God dang, boy! What the heck are you doing? We need to find $2 million to get rid of. And I don't know where we can find that $2 million. Can we make a... Yeah, we can make a temporary income tax. Let's do... No. See? Wait. $5 million. Wait, hang on. I know how to raise it. Haha. Flat tax. Thank God for the flat tax. 0 deductions, 0 exemptions. Alright, so let's do a 1% flat tax. I'm a Republican, so this is gonna work. Wait, we have a Democratic city council. No, we might not be able to get this flat tax passed. But wait, no, it is a tax reform. All right, submit the budget. We have 3 bills. We have a flat tax. Did it get passed? Yes, sir, it did. Let's do it. Hell yeah, that's gonna fund us. Yes. $60 wheel tax and a $1 tobacco tax. All right, we got our budget passed. Now we just have to wait for the city council to go through and amend it, and then we'll be good. Awesome, 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 awesome. We have over almost 1,000 political points. We have complete influence over the entire city council. Where am I playing? I am playing out of Radford City County, Virginia. We are playing in the state of Virginia, or in the Commonwealth of Virginia, in this gameplay. We are a one-term city council member for the city of Radford. And then in 2019, we ran for not for governor. We ran for mayor, and we, ironically, we won the primary by a pretty considerable margin, 56 to 43s, and that's the highest margin I've ever been able to win a primary in a while, honestly. Maybe in the next primary, you can shoot to get that over 1,000. But yes, we are playing out of Virginia today, and then we're going to be very much involved within local and state level politics. Are you going to continue the Nevada series? Yes, I can. Hey, Max Knows Everything. Hello, welcome to the channel. I've never seen you here before. I love this game. Yeah, so do I. Guys, if you guys are watching this, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to see more content like this, please hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any live streams whenever I go live. 2023 is going to be our re-election year. Let's save this as Radford, VA, as the save game, and that's going to be it. Drew Watkins, if you're new, thank you so much for joining in on this live stream. If you haven't subscribed, definitely do subscribe if you really like the content that I make. But this is all different. This is all new to a lot of people, so if this isn't your forte, then I get it. Education, poverty, let's look at metrics, actually. Tax revenue went down. Tax revenue went from almost $10 million to now $8.9 million. We lost almost about $1 million worth of revenue. But school property taxes have stayed the same at 1.65%, and actually ours is just a tad lower than it, so that's why we're not making that much money. Hopefully we have an Angola stream. Don't worry about it. I will be continuing on with Angola. What I'm going to start trying to do, I'm going to start trying to do live streams literally, I guess, every other day, maybe even every day, depending on what's going on. But I'll definitely try to shoot for every other day for a live stream. That way, like, I'm not, leaving just a lot of these things that I'm starting in the dust. I don't want to start. I don't want to start things and then leave them in the dust. Healthcare coverage. Look at this. Wow, look at that. We have a 14-point increase in healthcare coverage within the city. That is huge. That is huge, 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 huge. We have 2,801 people that are not covered through any sort of insurance. We have, but look at that. We had 28% non-covered people under coverage. Now we have only 14% not covered. So that is very, very great. We actually have, and this was actually caused, look, this looks to be that Medicaid was expanded. Yeah, Medicaid seems to have been expanded. That way, private insurance actually went down to under 46.7%, but then Medicare is almost at 37%. So private is at 37.2%. Medicaid is at 28%. Medicare is at 16.7%. Almost exactly 3,000 people are on Medicare. We have 349 military veterans and 2,801 people that are not covered at all. That's 15% of people that are not covered within the city of Radford. In the state of Virginia, let's look. Coverage went up from less than 85% to about 86.4% now. And let's look at healthcare coverage by type. Private insurance actually it is going down within the Commonwealth of Virginia. Medicaid went up. So again, I believe that Medicaid seems to have been expanded. Let's look at the federal law. Let's look at federal laws and then Medicaid expansion. Yes. So Medicaid expansion. Medicaid was expanded. That way, it looks like more people are now having access. So that decision definitely helped us out on a city level. Wow, look at that. Ouch. $5.7 million in debt. Ouch. That could be from our last one. That may not be our current actual budget. Poverty spending is going up. Government spending... No, that's safety, actually. That's safety spending. Spending almost $10 million on public safety alone. Infrastructure. Infrastructure is going up. This is all on a city level. We have about 27 then, and then now almost 40 police officers now. Crimes are going. Drew Watkins, thank you so much for joining the Discord. Guys, if you guys have not joined the Discord for my channel, please definitely join the Discord. That is very much appreciated, and it also does notify you when I also do notify the Discord every single time that I go live, so that will be another way that you can actually be notified for it. Prisoners have gone down from 231 to 149. We're now spending almost $2.3 million on our jails, and then now it's jumped down. It went to $700,000 in 2018, and then now it's actually kind of gradually been going up. Then we have county jail, and then we have a few state prisons within the county. Pretty small county, so that's maybe there's an actual prisoner there. But we do have 42 county prisoners and then 107 state prisoners. So most of these are actually being administered by the state or the Commonwealth of Virginia. This is our gun count, and that's it. There's something wrong with your sound. Is there something wrong with my sound? Thank you so much for joining the Discord, guys. Oh, I think I can hear it. Maybe this works, but it's a little bit more of an echo. I don't know why it's doing that. Was it doing this to me a little bit ago? Interesting. I don't know why it's doing that. It's glitching. 49. We're now spending only. Let me. Okay, I took that off. Maybe that works. Hey, what's going on, Bacon Boy? Welcome back to the live stream. All right. So population, look at this. 39% is Democrat, 42% is Republican, and 18.2% is independent. For the state of Virginia, that goes from 41.8% to 48.2% for the Democrats, and then 10% for independent. But then if we go to the national level, we'll actually see 5.1% is independent. That's Virginia right there. That 0.1%, that's Virginia. Just Virginia. Events, legislation. All right, let's go to the year 2022. It's going to be a midterm year. Establishes assault weapons ban. Should I? Bans the sale and ownership of all assault weapons. Haha, no. The city council has overturned your veto with a 2/3 majority vote, and it's become law. Oh, crap. Oh. How did Republicans like that? What? Why would the Republicans like that? Why would that pass? City council. That is not a 2/3 majority. That totally got Republican support. God dang it, Virginia. Why do you hate guns? I tried to veto that. Where is it? Crime. Assault weapon ban. Yeah, it's weird. Why would Republicans like that? I don't understand that. Protege politicians. We only have one. We have two others that are about to start running, but rhinos. Call them rhinos. Yeah, the rhinos. God dang it, rhinos! Why would you do this? They obviously are not true Virginians, because I don't know. Well, I mean, I understand why they would vote that way, because we're in the Democratic precincts, because they probably feel differently about guns than we actually should do about guns. Still have to wait over a month. Hello, haha. Try getting legislation opposing it. Haha. Can we introduce a law? We have universal background checks. I definitely will support that, but I don't want to support an assault weapon ban. See if it goes through. And it gets rejected by the city council with a vote of 3-4. That is unfortunate. We cannot repeal that assault weapon ban until we can get a Republican city council. I mean, see, this is kind of why I really like city council gameplays, because city councils, it's just local. You're not really paying attention against anything else except for your own locality. So city gameplays are a little bit more fun, actually, than state gameplays. You're more affected by the decisions that are made at the state and federal level. But these city gameplays are really interesting, especially whenever you can actually go in and modify it, because this is still a challenge for me. I'm a Republican mayor with a Democratic city council, so and I'm somewhat having to run as a liberal. I'm somewhat still having to run as a liberal in some way, shape, and form. Poverty. I mean, can I go for city? I could go for school board and do that. No, I'm gonna stay mayor. I need the seat. The seat is competitive. I think Republicans pressed the wrong button when voting. Yeah, sure. Like, let's vote it. Let's blame it on the voting systems again. City budget process has ended. And again, we don't have an election until 2023. City elections, local elections are always going to be the year before a presidential election. Everything, IMO, everything except federal is boring. I like federal, especially U.S. Senate, but I also really like local. I really like local in some ways, because it's like, it's your, like, come on, you don't want to like administer and like do anything you want to any city in the country. Like, I always go for U.S. House and U.S. Senate at the end. Yeah, I mean, at the end, yeah. But whenever we're talking about the beginning, this is how you get, like, your name on the board. Like, whenever you run for city count, whenever you run for either mayor, or whenever you go for a higher position like state senate, for example, or even U.S. Senate, they're going to go, well, what did this guy do before? Well, he was like a 4-term mayor of Radford City. So he's going to be popular by the time that I step foot within the Senate chamber. And that's the goal that you usually should have, is by getting these guys to administer very well certain places, whether it's coming from the city of Chicago or Dallas or Fort Worth or Radford City or something like that. You can run these cities extremely well, and then you're building the political points up until you go into the thing. Because whenever you run for Senate or something like that, the higher your political points are, the better chance you're going to have at winning. But then whenever you actually win and then you step foot within the U.S. Senate chamber, you're going to have a pool of political points that's immediately going to throw you into a leadership position. All right. Thanksgiving parade. All right, and 52, 2022, we have State Representative Felipe Angelo will not seek re-election. I can win that election if I run. Representative Ryan Yeager will not be seeking re-election. If I run in this election, I will have a good chance of winning. And then Governor Bryant Calderon will not be seeking re-election due to reaching a term limit for that position. Usually I go for State Senate, then House, maybe Governor, and then for Senate. Yeah. I like going for U.S. Senate, or not U.S. Senate, State Senate. I really like state level gameplays. State level, like whenever you're running in the state level, I like doing that because it's different from the federal government. You're not doing it just for the federal government. You're doing it for an entire state. So there's a lot of different metrics that you can mess with. There's a lot of different metrics you can mess with whenever you're doing a state level position. All right, let's go to the next. And Fire Chief, let's meet with you, report some concerns. So apparently still need more money. The previous budget provided was insufficient and meets... What? Decreased by 1. Why are they not getting... I guess they need more than what they're asking for. Parks and Rec. See, everything is still garbage. But what about metrics? Let's see what's going on with the city. Economy, it's gone from $33,500 per capita to $34,000. We can actually, if we run several terms, we could actually reduce that. We've actually reduced unemployment too by 0.1%. That's great. Poverty, let's look. 37%. Ouch. That is a huge amount of people that are under poverty. Government approval rating has gone down 4 points. Oh my god, that is really bad. 52% approval. Whenever it gets below 75% approval, I'm going to lose an election. So this is really bad news. This is really bad news for my re-election chances. Economy is up a point. I mean, wow, that is very low. Oh, wait, I mean, well, when did we get elected? We got elected in 2019. It went up, but then government approval is at an all-time low right now. Healthcare is going up. That's good because of the Medicaid expansion. Crime is doing good. Infrastructure is doing better. Department effectiveness. Wow, no wonder. It's because our department effectiveness is 68%. That is very, very bad. Very bad. That is the lowest department effectiveness that I've been able to have. Our police effectiveness is down 4 points, 53%. City administration is down 3 at 85. Fire department is down 7 points to 62%. It was at 69% supposedly. City courts and the judiciary are doing 4 points lower than the last year. Stop talking about several terms, PG. You're getting unseated fast. PG, go burr. Cut taxes to get a higher approval. Yeah. PG, you have to turn over your actions to have a chance at re-election. Yes, sir, I do. I've been live streaming for 2.5 hours, guys. Yeah, we need to cut taxes. Ooh, we got about $10 million that we can get rid of. Hell yeah. Flat tax. What if we eliminate that? Ooh. Okay, let's lower that tax. Got about 6,575. It's gonna leave about $2.7 million within our city treasury. Can I lower this to 1.5? Yes, sir, I can. $1.8 million left in the treasury. We're gonna cut the wheel tax. $45,000 left in the roadway trust fund. Imagine PG won re-election. Bro, PG, you won by 1%. Stop being so risky, LMAO. Yeah, I did. I only won by 1%, and I'm sitting here acting like I'm able to win by like so much more. If PG won, then he would be a tie with his opponent if possible, so might have to go down like Gore versus Bush. Well, on a mayoralship level? Police department, I really wish the state or federal government would be passing something to get some additional state grants in there, but they're not going to do that. Let's do $5.5 million. I don't have the money to actually fully fund the police department, but we're going to give some more money over to our fire department and police department. Let's do $3 million for fire department personnel. Let's do $70,000 for explosive ordnance. $250,000 for training and recruitment. Let's do $125,000 for equipment and maintenance supply, and fully funded in inspection and fire department education. Public safety, that's okay. Parks and Rec, we could actually do a little bit more for. Let's pump in an additional $200,000 for Parks and Rec. Transportation, social services. Look at foster care. We're getting, so total expenditure is $5.6 million. We're getting a $2.5 million grant from the federal government, and we're getting another $2 million grant from the state government, and then we are funding ourselves only $1 million into foster care. So all of that is being split between the state and federal governments, as well as the city government. So that is great. We have almost 400 people that have watched this video. Everyone, if you guys are watching this, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and please hit that subscribe button if you have not. Social service programs, let's do $300,000 for you. Last year's budget was only $64,000, no wonder. Right, so we have a $6.3 million surplus and $437,000 in the treasury. Public safety, I got $400,000 that I can throw in there yet. Public works, city attorney, social services, transportation, corrections, $387,000 is going into drug courts. Let me cut that again, try to see if I can cut that. See where that goes. And jail budget. All right, let's go ahead and submit that budget. City Council rejects bill number 1 with the vote of 3 to 4, so that is very unfortunate. What was that? That was the tax reform. Ouch! No one wanted tax reforms. Not even the Democrats. God dang it, Dems. Oh man, if we don't fix this situation by, man, we're not going to be able to do it if we're not going to be able to do it in this year. If we don't do it by this year, we're done. We're not going to win re-election. And second bill gets rejected 3-4, and third bill gets rejected 3-4. So all of those changes that were a part of my budget, unfortunately, did not work. So we need to hope that either A, we can get a change done this year that will go into effect by next year, or we can campaign as hard as we possibly can, which improve road quality. I failed to do that, but I've basically improved other situations. Let me look. Education, poverty, economy. We're doing way better among GDP per capita, so people are making more off of the money that they have now. Your city council is shit. Yes, it is. I say dip and run for U.S. House at the last minute while you still can. Jobs, I don't have the ability to run for any position now, so party chair for the State House Campaign Committee. Let's do week 12. Let's go to week 19, see who the primary winners are. We're definitely going to be running for another term, but again, hopefully we can actually win. Politicians. District 5, we have someone running in District 7, and if we can flip a couple of these seats, that's going to be a big thing, and we're most likely going to be gaining in the school board. I mean, look at this, 86% of the school board is controlled by the Democrats, while city council remains the same. His approval rating is 60%. He might win re-election, yeah. Hopefully you could get a majority in the city council as well. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and call this live stream, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the next election. Campaign manager retired. Because I have been, it is 3 o'clock right now, and I need to go do a couple of things. I've been almost streaming for 3 hours. After week 2, you can see which incumbents will not seek re-election, and let's go to the next day. And we're going to be in 2023. This is going to be I'm going to be honest with you, last year's budget was unacceptable. Really? Stop giving them crap money, City Council. This isn't me. I'm not doing this to y'all. What? Let's look at the metrics again. City Council overview. Government approval ratings going up, but it's still way below 70%. Department effectiveness is still garbage. Education is doing better. Economy is doing better. Per capita income has gone up $128. We need a majority in the city council. We need a majority. Do you want to run for re-election as mayor? Let's say yes. Ernest Hardin, let's go ahead and pick you because our other one retired. Increase per capita income, we've already done that, and we're going to do it again. Reduce poverty and reduce crime. Wow, we've reduced crime. Automate marketing. I haven't been fundraising! Have I not been fundraising, sir? What am I not doing? I'm not fundraising. Marketing, finance. How much money do I have? I have $100,000. We have a $10 million surplus. I'm going to submit this budget as is, and hopefully the next administration, AP, let's make this the longest TPP stream of all time. Me, say less. Longest TPP live stream. See, okay, if you guys want to challenge, who wants to pull an all-nighter with me one time and I just play the political process all freaking night? That would be fun. Opponents. Let's see if I'm being primaried. I'm not. Thank God I am not being primaried. So that, oh God, I'm doing horrible. Minimum wage, sir. Let's get some good approval. Policy. Poll data. Let's do this. It's going to be a higher margin of error, but let's do policy support, voter enthusiasm, economy, education, taxes, and poverty. So I'm definitely going to win my primary, so we're probably going to be facing off against Shane Robbins, and then Steve Sweeney is number 2 right now. Stan Lawson has a policy support of 52%. So, but 54% of independents like me. Voter enthusiasm, I have the highest with 76% of voter enthusiasm, so that's good. Very, very good. And then it's taxes, economy, and poverty. So let's do taxes. Reduce property taxes, we're going to do that. Economy, and poverty. Events, that lowered my independent rating. Policy. Let's do more good. Economy, what am I doing wrong? Economic growth. Finance. Let's donate $200,000 into my personal campaign. Interviews, rallies. That's hurting my approval rating or my enthusiasm among independents. That got the Republicans. Okay, so I have the Republicans on my side. PG just said in the election, if you lose, go for Congress. Okay, I'll go for Congress. Social Security. Okay, that got we need to get this above 70%. If we can get that above 70%, then we're going to win this election. $47. All right, let's do the primary. And let's see who we're going to be facing off against. 1,500 votes voted for Stan Lawson, and then we have about 1,400 votes for the Democrats. Again, it's going to be coming down to the independents. Oh, speaking of 2022, let's see who won the governor's race. Bertha. Oh, we have a Republican governor for the state or the Commonwealth of Virginia. Look at that. That is the first time I have ever seen a Republican governor for the Commonwealth of Virginia. He even won. Radford City County was won by the Republican. 51.6% of the vote goes to the Republican, and 48.4% of the vote goes to the Democrat. This is the first time a Democrat has lost the governor's race for the Commonwealth of Virginia. Look at this red swath of counties. Even Northampton County voted red. Radford City County even voted red. But look at that. We have a Republican governor. Mr. Matthew Cooper is now governor for the next 4 years for the Commonwealth of Virginia. Going over to the state Senate, the Democratic Party does keep control over the state Senate. Going over to the state House, Republicans wave into the House of Delegates. Oh, actually, this is actually the name of the state House. This is actually not called the State House of Virginia. It's not called the State House. It is actually called the House of Delegates. Whenever you run in the state House for Virginia, you're actually called a delegate. So we have the Republican Party wins in the State House of Delegates with 63 seats. They gained 14 over the Democratic Party. Democrats gained 0 within the 2020 elections, and then Republicans gained 14, ousting a lot of incumbent Democratic delegates. But look at this, look at this, look at this. It is a red Virginia again. We are seeing a red Virginia in first time in I don't know how long. I mean, when was the last time we actually had a Republican governor of the state of Virginia? I don't know. Back in the 2000s, I believe it was. Although this whole mood changed when he found out the governor's race. Yeah, it did. Hey, that's the first time. It's whenever you're running in a safe Democratic state, and then you see it flip, like that's and I put the advantage in the Democrats' favor. I mean, I changed the values, but I also did put it in the what do you call it, in the favor of the Democrats, and Republicans win. So that is great news for the Republicans as a Republican running in the state of Virginia. All right, our economic approval is going up, so that's great. Poll data, let's look at poll data and let's do a survey. Let's see, 52.4% of the vote is going to me, and then 47.6%. We're still split among independents. Radford, wow, that hurt. Let's continue on. Let's do income tax rates. Let's do 50%. Oh God, that actually hurt. That hurt my Republican enthusiasm. That's something we need to gain back. Ooh, crap. I think I just effed myself. No, actually, that hurt. No, that helped. That helped a little bit. That helped. Actually, there's a couple point gain. We're doing exceptionally well among Republicans. We're gaining among independents, so that's good. If we can actually bleed off the Democrat and independent vote, I think we could actually do this. Stream a bit more, please. Come on, I've been streaming for 3 hours. All right, let's continue on. Government aid, let's do that. That helps among independents. Let's go to week 40. Let's do another ad. It's about 10 weeks of not campaigning. Social Security, $25,000 helps. Let's go to 41. 10 to rally, 42, 10 to rally, 43. Let's do this. Advocate for moderate principles, and that helps among independents. Let's go to poll data, see how much we're going to win by, and we do 52.1 to 47.9. So we're very much favored to win this election. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That is great. That is great. Crime. Let's be really hard on crime in a campaign. Oh God, that hurt. No, crap. I think I just effed it again. Minimum wage, economic growth. Can I 28,000? No, that's not helping among independents. Can I do a last minute minimum wage ad? 63. Can I win? Yes. Can I still win? Let's go. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Can we win? Can we win? Can we win? No! Crap! No! I lost! Crap! No! Oh my God, dang it. Screw you, Sweeney. Screw you, Sweeney. I think PG's voice just went up several octaves. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Wow. I know. Crap. That was close. Fake polls. Fake polls. Yeah, the polls were wrong again. God dang it, polls. I bet this was a red. I bet this was a blue wave year. I bet this was a blue. Like, look, this is the second time in a row that this freaking election has been. What about the city council? Wait, city council, where did you go? Dang it, they flipped a seat. Ah, darn. Where did they pick it up at? We voted. Oh, districts. No! Crap. Smirnov lost his re-election race. Kermit the Frog won in District 6 of Radford City County. That is a seat gained for the Democratic Party. That is very unfortunate within this city council race. Mr. Smiley loses his re-election, but we could actually automatically just have him go. Let's look. 51 to 49, 241 votes to 229 votes. Alright, yeah, that is unfortunate. That literally not only did I lose it, but my protege. That is the first time that not only did I lose a race like that, but my protege lost the race. But what about Fred Huffman? Fred Huffman, did you lose? Yes, he lost his race. Look at that, 237 votes for Lindsey Judd and 233 votes for my protege. And then in City Council District 4, she won. Okay, so she won by about 53 votes. Look at that. So one of my proteges wins her election, but then another protege loses his election in a Democratic majority district, but then, I mean, mine wasn't even supposed to lose. So that's a very unfortunate piece that we lost that race. Imagine losing an election by 4 votes. Yeah, totally. Alright, unfortunately we did lose this race. We're going to be running in the next year, or in 2026. Unfortunately, we did lose this mayoral election, but we did gain 1,078 votes, or political points, within the city of Radford. So I think next time we are going to go on to a state level position, we're probably going to be running for either the delegate house or we're going to be running for the state Senate. So definitely look forward to that, guys. If you guys like this, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more content like this, just leave a subscription, and do not hesitate. Everyone wants me to run for Congress before I go. Oh man, come on. Can't even leave before you guys even want me to do it. Alright, surprisingly, Representative Jordan Watts is retiring from Congress, so let's go to the next day. We are no longer the mayor. Alright, so should we go for representative, or should we go for senator, or should we go for a U.S. House of Representatives? We have a senator seat, but I'm definitely not, I don't have the political points or the money to go for a Senate seat, so no. I'm sorry, but I'm not going for senator. Okay, so we have state representative. We can go for a state delegate position, or we could go for state senator, or we could go for a U.S. House of Representatives. Definitely, again, I'm definitely not going for U.S. Senate. That is going to be a very, very, very hard race to win. House representative. All right, I'll go ahead and go for a U.S. representative position. We're going to go ahead and choose our campaign manager from the last one and increase minimum wage. Well, no. Let's do taxes, reduce federal income taxes, and let's do poverty and crime. Opponents. We are in a very full primary. Tilda Fowler is running, interestingly enough, and Brianna Durant. What about Jean Gallagher? So finance. Let's do you. How many people? Okay, so we have a lot of people that we need to get to know us. So let's do high minimum wage. Yeah, we got a very large district. What is it? Congressional District 9. Let's look. VA 9. That is... Okay, so it's a very much Republican district. Literally, Cook PVI says that it's a R+19 district. So if we win this primary, we're very much certain to win the seat itself. Oh, why am I not campaigning? Alright, we're gonna do all of this in the last minute. We're gonna do... Ooh, man, we're probably not gonna win. Did I just botch my own thing because I just started... I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. Why did I just do that? Voter intention. Who's gonna vote for me? No one's gonna vote for me. I'm not even gonna win this election. Okay, don't skip 10 weeks this time. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I don't have the money. I don't have the money for this. That's why I kind of didn't want to run. Because I don't have the money. I don't have the money to win. I don't have the money to win this. Don't skip 10 weeks this time, and then I accidentally skipped 10 weeks. Finance, how much money do I have? I have $26,000 left. I see, again, I don't have the money to really run for a house seat, but look at this, the polls are gonna be wrong again. I'm gonna spend the rest of my money on something. Education, universal preschool. Do I support universal preschool before I even... Wait, hang on. Poll data. No, I don't even have it. That's PG's secret. He's trying to lose the primary so he can end the stream. Not even. I'm not even doing that. I didn't even mean to do that. That was a total accident. As soon as I realized it, I was like, wait! I almost skipped to the entire election. I was like, crap, no. Let's spend the rest of my money on something. That's PG's secret. That is so funny. Economic growth. All right. That got the Republican approval. Let's see. That was the rest of my money. Wait, I had so much more money. Oh, we won! We won Congressional District 9. Yes, sir. Yes, we are now going to be representing this district for the U.S. Congress. Oh, man. We actually won by about 3,000 votes. Alright, now we're going to be able to get money. Now I'm not broke. Alright. Campaign manager. I'm gonna train everyone by 1 star just so I can efficiently run this campaign. And let's go to the next day. Yeah, we're gonna be concentrating on some of these rallies. Marketing, education, universal preschool. Give some approval in over there. We got that Democratic vote. Let's go to voter intention, and we're gonna win by about 70 points. Or 30 points, actually. Alright, Matthew Cooper wants governor. Look at that good old Republican governor of Virginia. Matthew Cooper wants to do a little rally with us. I have a lot of respect for Dylan Welsh. I hope he can... Oh, Dylan Welsh is running for president right now. I didn't even pay attention to the presidential primaries. Minimum wage, economic growth. Let's do economic growth. It's gonna help us out there. Let's do more rallying. Let's shoot for about 2,500 people. Presidential nominee Dylan Welsh is in town today. Let's do it. $2,000, 500 political points for doing that rally with him. That's a lot. Senate candidate Ryan Yeager. Ryan Yeager is running for Senate. Awesome. Awesome. Let's do that rally. 25 political points. You have influenced public opinion, increased voter enthusiasm, and turnout has gone up by 159 voters. Education is not doing that well. Let's go to education. Teacher salaries. I definitely should be able to support teacher salaries. No, I guess not. What happened to education? Education, free preschool, and yeah, I should be able to. Of course, I'm gonna support raising salaries for teachers. Come on, we had a whole issue about that so many years ago in Virginia and Oklahoma. 2,500, haha, we're there. Minimum wage, $93,000, gets that Democratic approval back. Washington County, 40, do all that for 3,000. Marketing, poverty, Social Security, 100,000, and let's do this. Let's commit to the party. Fundraiser with Governor Cooper, and $1,400 is raised. If I ever learned anything during my time campaigning, it's the importance of embracing the values and priorities of the voters. We become politicians to support the voters. This guy, who is Governor Matthew Cooper, he was a supply chain manager from 75 to 85. He was a tax accountant from 85 to 95, an investment banker from 95 to 2022, and now is current governor of the state of Virginia. I doubt he will get reelected in 2027, or 2026. Which is 2 years from now, but hopefully he does. Which, we're going to be campaigning with him, actually, so hopefully we don't kill ourselves with... let's do that. Republicans somewhat like it. Somewhat like it. 44, let's do that. And education, I'm going to do one more thing on education. And that's going to be universal preschool. Got us the next election. I know I'm going to win this thing. And we're going to hopefully win it by over 70. Okay. We could do that, but at least we win. So we are now the next representative from Virginia, District 9. We win with 246,205 votes, 66.9% of the vote, to Brianna Durant's 121,831 votes, or 33.1% of the vote. Brianna Durant does look familiar. I feel like she was somewhere in the city that I was at. Do you want to watch the presidential election? Yes, I do. North Carolina, where are you going to go? Okay, yep. Pavlov gets reelected. See, Democrats can get good old Dylan Welsh running in a Democratic country, and she flips Arizona. Wisconsin? Aww. Alaska stays red, but she expanded her majority. 358 electoral votes, 73.9%. 73.9 million votes to 64.3 million. So that is good news for the Democratic president. President Pavlov gets reelected with another majority of the vote. So congratulations to her. Unfortunately, Republicans can get elected. My voice is glitching. I don't know why it's doing that. See, that's why I wanted to fix this. Grant does look familiar, I feel. Let's go ahead and continue. Senate, what happened there? Neither party gained seats. So it is a split Senate. Well, oh, wow. Democrats actually gained Senate in the previous election. I need to pay attention to these freaking elections more. Very, very slim, razor-thin majority within the House of Representatives. 219 votes. They have a majority of one vote. They cannot afford to lose anything lose any sort of votes whenever it comes to passing legislation. Let's look. So we do have a mayor. Well, no. Oh, Republicans gained another 2 seats within the city or the school board. So District 1 and District 6 are now Republican. That's good news. Same scenario, but we do have a Democratic governor, mayor. So, right. Let's go to week 52, and we are now in the U.S. House of Representatives. Let's go for the Republican Conservative Committee. And then nomination process for Speaker of the House. We are not going to throw our hat in the ring. Let's go ahead and vote for Ted Hewitt, who gets 180 votes, to Lincoln Hackett's 36 votes. Vote for Speaker of the House, and again, very slim majority within the House of Representatives. I guess this is whenever this voting process for Speaker of the House comes in. So Ted Hewitt is now the Speaker of the House. Nomination process for the caucus chair. How many points do you have? 25,000. I can't even compete. Won't even be able to compete. Wallace Meza, and then let's go ahead and do Jennings. Even if I vote for Meza, he's not even going to win. So let's go ahead and vote for the guy who's going to represent us now. Look forward to following your capable leadership, and all of the exclusive committees are full, so I see, this is also, again, why I kind of didn't want to run for it, because I'm going to be running as a rookie. Like, I need to run several terms before I'm even going to be able to even matter. But I guess for this term, I'm going to put myself on the Judiciary Committee. I've always kind of put myself on the Judiciary. And then we are going to throw ourselves Congressman Lawson. Hell yeah. Why is my voice so bad? Oversight and government reform. What do you do? Oh, investigation, regulation of government agencies and programs. And then we have Veterans Affairs, education and workforce. And then we have agriculture. I'll go ahead and put myself on oversight. I'll be on judiciary and oversight for this first term. So then judiciary, we'll put ourselves on immigration policy or crime, terrorism, homeland security, investigations. Yeah, I'm going to put myself on crime, terrorism, homeland security, investigations committee. And then for oversight and government reform, we'll put ourselves on the healthcare benefits and administrative rules committee. This one has jurisdiction over legislation concerning oversight of healthcare programs. And it also oversees federal disability insurance. So we'll have fun with that. So if anyone wants to do that, we'll be able to go for or against it. Can you play as a libertarian? I could. Just depends on where. Your sound is really... investigation, regulation of government agencies and programs. And then we have Veterans Affairs. I don't hear it. I don't hear what's going on. I'm so sorry for the glitchy sound. It may be because it's telling me it's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. So it's probably just because it's maybe, let's look. Yeah, it's literally telling me that the video is not receiving enough video to do the, and there's not that much moving on the screen right now, so all right, we are now congressmen. We have 4,313 political points, and we are now our approval actually is going up, so that's great. But anyway, guys, if you guys like this, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more videos like this, just hit that subscribe button, and do not miss one by hitting that bell notification icon. If you guys want to see more, again, do that. And I will see you guys on the Discord. Just go ahead and join Discord so you can be notified when I go live next. And again, see you guys there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.